The truth about the tender soul of the ISFP male. While each person has their own individual qualities, the ISFP male has some surprisingly unique traits which make them very special. The ISFP male often surprises people quite a bit, especially since they are rather complex souls. Here are a few truths about the ISFP male, which makes them rather special people. They care about the world. ISFPs have a natural compassion for the word and the world in it. They often have very big hearts, which causes them to feel everything on a deep level. Their emotions run deep for the ISFP male, making them very sensitive to others. They can become affected by a sad movie or an upsetting story on the news, while others will likely not be bothered at all. The ISFP simply realizes these things are truly happening and can't seem to shut them off as easily. They care about people, even the ones they do not understand completely. ISFP males have rather big hearts, which can separate them from their peers sometimes. Their desire to be considerate of others makes them more of a gentleman and less concerned with being cool. They are naturally charismatic people, though, which often helps them become liked regardless of their differences. Their sensitive hearts might make them different from certain people, but the ISFP likely does not want to connect with those individuals anyway. They are connected to their emotions. The ISFP male is not cold or aloof like many of the male stereotypes, but instead, they are warm and affectionate people. They are extremely connected to their emotions, which is often different than how people might view the image of a male. The ISFP understands their feelings and is completely comfortable processing them. They are dominantly focused on emotions and make decisions based on their hearts. While many males are more focused on logic as their primary decision-making tool, the ISFP is focused on emotions. They allow their feelings to guide them through life instead of trying to use their heads. They do possess logical reasoning skills. They simply do not value them as much as their sense of morality. While some men can struggle their whole lives trying to understand and process emotions, the ISFP male is a natural at it. They are instinctively in tune with their feelings and do not struggle to process and understand them. This helps the ISFP male come to honest conclusions about who and what they want. They won't spend years struggling to come to terms with their feelings. Instead, they will be open and honest about what they desire. This helps the ISFP male connect with people as well, since their sense of emotions can make them more sensitive and open people. They also enjoy having fun. While the ISFP male cares very much about emotions, they also want to have fun and make life enjoyable. They don't want to get too hung up on negative thoughts and prefer to live in the present. Instead of becoming obsessed with structure and getting things done, the ISFP wants to enjoy their lives. They want to soak up the beauty in the world around them and feel comfortable exploring new things. The ISFP male enjoys going on different adventures and seeking out exciting activities. This makes them extremely fun people to be around and rather unpredictable as well. The ISFP knows how to make life fun and doesn't want to be stuck in one place for too long. While this is certainly an exciting quality, it can make them appear a bit flighty sometimes. The ISFP wants to explore themselves and the world around them in order to discover what truly makes them feel joy. This can cause the normally moral and considerate ISFP to bounce around from one thing to the next rather quickly. This might seem like they do not care about hurting people, but that is entirely untrue. The ISFP simply wants to explore things and be free to spread their wings while they discover themselves. Their morals are important to them. The ISFP male has a very personal set of morals, which they hold very dear to their hearts. To them, it is important that they follow what they believe is right and do not break away from that. This can cause them to hurt themselves since they cannot always live up to their own expectations. When the ISFP fails to follow their internal morals, they can become rather harsh on themselves. They will feel guilty and as if they have failed to be a good person and might withdraw for a while in order to cope. They want to be good people and desire to make a difference in the world. It is important for the ISFP to accept their own mistakes and to learn that they cannot be perfect all of the time. They try very hard to be considerate and good people, which often goes a long way with others. They sometimes contradict themselves. The ISFP male can be a bit of a contradiction since their behaviors don't always line up with what people expect from them. While the ISFP is extremely moral and sensitive, they are also curious and independent. They might care deeply for others, but sometimes they hurt them because of their adventurous nature. The ISFP wants to live in the present moment, and because of this, their emotions can take control of them. The ISFP might care deeply for someone but will move on to someone new rather quickly. Their intentions are not to harm or be inconsiderate. They simply need to feel free to explore the world around them. This is more common when the ISFP is younger and still searching for the right people in their lives. They want their connections to be deep and meaningful, which can be difficult for them to find. The ISFP male can be a contradiction. They fit into the crowd in some ways, while they completely deviate in others. They know how to make friends, but sometimes they simply want to be alone. They might not be perfect people, but ultimately they care very much about the state of the world. Their warm and open hearts make the ISFP male wonderful people to connect with.